direction is constant, is a constant path, is not as straight as the real line itself, but interweaves its functions, walk, don't walk, immobilizing incision. The gift of no destination is. Strolling is, as was, an urban substitute for walking to and from. And yet he was sent to the gulag for looking up from under. Scripted space did not affront you. Beauty locked, unlocked truth. Locked, unlocked. An intimated floor, which is the spur for seating the sun, meanwhile unlocks. Walk, but not seamlessly. You are not pretending to be nature. The garden pretends, but this garden professes textual strategy of post-structural repetition. Following the railroad itself transposed the avenue. Constructed frame of walk and don't walk, built as a constant, lying on the bare floor, locked, unlocked sun. Intimated from floor was beauty unlocked and extruded. Beauty extruded a spur for seating. The sun, meanwhile, goes languorous now that it is disused. No, it goes as it went, aggregating patches of gridding, the pre-existing non-identity of occluded folly temporarily, a turnstile, was railroad, then undergrowth, then overgrowth, revealed a prospect to be continued. Plot from dereliction, a garden. Create scenic spot from derelict zone. Create beauty, free, not free, of modest, immodest, free, determinate, but modest when compared with, not poor in referring. In the Futurity Lounge, 1. No depth meant. Stealth attributed, as silhouetted against orange shadows officiated incline, slope, ramp, and crevice into which habitués, sat or sit, might have styled themselves, typing in the vicinity of an idea whose technologies have extruded a pause. The zone voted, and object works. Walk-in signage is suffused with floor plan planted in the floor through floor, not unlike paper. You are here with the plan's countryside coexisting with the plan's latitudes. Describe 2 moments. And having departed from the typewriter, no chair is to be found. 2. And having departed from the typewriter, the song stylist has timed out. But here's the walk-in signage where architecture had been. Orange code for each function. Entrance, exit, computer station, lavatory, hearth, other. 1. Color is intelligible here as signage only insofar as one realizes that color is information. Floor plan, a diagram embedded in floor at entrance, giving symbolic orientation to postmodernism, for which the visitor is keyed to meaning as the guide was not. Meaning or meta-language. Differential in floor plan slope, incline ramp, terrace, crevice, niche, fluidity of functional structure, noise, human clutter, underestimated. Semiotic rheostat dimming to people and their stuff not entirely factored in. And was the gift shop anticipated? Alterations made to improve convenience and safety, but expressed as an interference. 3. Barrier set temporarily on rim of slightly terraced ramp, for instance. Writing, verbal model presupposed in conceptual art. 4. Key terms for functional aids meant to substitute for structural self-evidence in a post-analytic theory of architecture. 3. X cannot come today, but will come tomorrow. Always keeping the promise. On ramp or ramparts. Grave inscription. Enter, same grave inscription. On ramp or ramparts. No, I take it back. Size and shape are to be found only there, where all proclamations decry screens below grade, step on stepping stones, winding stairs, together with at least 2 exits and ramp conforming to the building code. Send subject on a quest for orange wariness hunted bird with wire, boar with covered pit, rabbit with children's book. Same contract. On ramp or ramparts. No, I take it back. Size and shape are to be found only there, where proclamations decry screens on which to type themselves. The forces of orange are at work. Hearth and lavatory glow as they rotate at a speed of 1 revolution per day. In velocities, as Velomir is a fast-moving person. So futurity tailgates the past, peels rubber. V disbelieved acceleration as relative, and so was pulled down by it, rose-tinted. 4. Nocturnal typewriter extruded. With chair throughout, air underneath, creating a dispute in shadow, encountering you intercepted, a chair typed, and paper swollen with amphitheaters, engorged shadow in the vicinity of an idea. Steal away. The zone voted, an object works. Walked in signage aflame with proclivities, not unlike an incline deferred, or a pause that inherits a stop. View radiator, you are here, with the heat, the heart's launch, coexisting with health's per diem. Describe 2 moments. And having departed from the typewriter, Smith Corona declares bankruptcy in 1995, the documentary meant other future perfect maths, 20,000 BCE, Europeans notch and tally. Early, in 1938, the Bureau brothers put out the first ballpoint. Remainder, earlier firm evidence that earliest, the first known knowable fire, view radiator, you, a milieu, for which here is a launch, poster, placard, my standard, territory, even when they tear up their posters, tear up their future perfect fire, please post earliest known future perfect. The last poem from which I will read is called Asylum for Indeterminacy, and I will be reading parts of it together with my translator here. She will read after me where indicated. I will do this to indicate. asylum for indeterminacy. As though unintelligible, forests entertain humans as mere kindergartners. Correlative nature is a babble. To nature, humans are as simple as ABC. Correlatives. If nature appears in read only, man appears already written. Correlatives, legible if unintelligible, is nature to man. To nature, human nature is intelligible, evidently. Forests are synagogues, polyglot to the man walking by, staring back. Walk-in signage that issues from a provisional, simultaneous babble of want confronts us. Put another way, walk-in signage that issues from function knows us better than we know it. At first a forest bewildering to us, then a forest wild with possibility deciphers us as novices amid growth. Enter.
Asile pour l'indétermination. Bien qu'inintelligibles, les forêts divertissent les humains comme de simples enfants à la crèche. La nature corrélée est une babelle. Pour la nature, les humains sont aussi simples que ABC. Corrélation. Si la nature s'affiche en mode lecture, l'homme s'affiche en déjà écrit. Des corrélations lisibles, si inintelligibles, est la nature pour l'homme. Pour la nature humaine est évidemment inintelligible. Les forêts sont des synagogues polyglottes pour celui qui les passe et les fixe en retour. Nous sommes confrontés au panneau Entrée, résultant d'une babelle prévisionnelle et simultanée de désir. Autrement dit, les panneaux résultant d'une fonction nous connaissent mieux que nous ne les connaissons. D'abord, une forêt nous est déroutante. Ensuite, une forêt regorgeant de possibles nous déchiffre comme des organismes novices. Entrée.
Exit. Exit. Exit, yes, but exit. To the book. Meanwhile, I had in mind a featured mention. Exit, yes, but for Jacques. Exit because for Habermas. Non-revocable mention, make or revoke your objection, the vocalizing of recess, or database of strike-throughs of strikes, striking the base strikingly. Exit, yes, but exit as if fictive. The very page. They would disabuse us of identity, irascible, ink preferable, the fact of ink's skittering microeconomics in the long ennui. We see the pillars of nature that stare back at nature knowingly, knowing more than we who notice. We endure nature, we hear murmurs and temples gather foreign stares of those entities. Exit. We endure nature, nature's staringly kindred pillars and authorship of us. Introduced and edited by correspondences allow confused words to arise. Goes by, observe, through familiar. Correlatives utter a babble of words, traverses it, watch, with knowing. That's Russian. What does it say? It says, keep the revolution going. And ratchets allow confused words to arise with what goes by, blunt and passive away adequately. To observe, much less effort, through familiar electronics. Modernism, light fast correlatives as body wrap, under a babble of words, unsubscribed. Out and out gaming traverses it, watch, something that follows from emphasis with knowing, know-how. The cut somewhat earlier, tell her you've just sold one. Correspondences allow an asylum for indeterminacy gay with rough moss, to try signal to noise in a different sense of confused, fascinated, confused again. Words to arise in probabilistic blink. Go by, goes by, rate of change. Fans observe in the natural or original position, circa 1740. Herculaneum. Choose one. Coteries, blades, through familiar correlatives, inflatable zones, uttering a babble of words. Hence the pop twang and the anti-theoretical stance. A dry cleaning rack traverses it, somewhat like an assembly functionally derived, to suspend a narrative on watch and, with knowing, things the mind already knows. Yes, but where does he come from? Water-soluble, confusion acquainted with studio practice, be loquacious, and mix with all-purpose words to arise. Throughout, routine consecutiveness, letter writing and agreement, we agree to disagree being one, as the sparks fly upward.
Les correspondances permettent au mot confus de s'élever. Passe, observer, par de familier. Les corrélations profèrent un babil de mots. La traverse, regarder, avec l'entente des... C'est du russe. Qu'est-ce que ça dit? Ça dit que la révolution continue. Et les dents du rouage permettent au mot confus de s'élever. Avec cela passe l'excès et s'en va conformément, pour observer bien moins d'efforts. Par de familières électroniques, modernistes. Les corrélations opaques, comme bandes amincissantes, profèrent un babil de mots. Se désinscrire, le jeu entoure la traverse. Regarder quelque chose qui procède de l'insistance. Avec l'entente du savoir-faire, la réduction un peu plus tôt que prévu, dis-lui que tu viens d'en vendre un. Les correspondances permettent un asile pour l'indétermination, gai couvert de mousse sèche, pour essayer le rapport signal-bruit dans un sens différent, de confus, fasciné, confus à nouveau, au mot de s'élever d'une bouloche probabiliste, passe par le taux de change. Ventilateur, observé dans la position naturelle ou originale, vers 1740. Herculanum, indésigné, coterie, l'âme, par de familières zones gonflables de corrélation, profère un babil de mots, d'où la vibration pop et la posture antithéorique. Important de préciser la traverse, un peu comme une assemblée dérivée d'une fonction, pour arrêter un récit sur regarder, et avec l'entente des choses que l'esprit connaît déjà. Oui, mais d'où vient-il? La confusion hydrosoluble au courant du travail de l'atelier. Sois loquace et mélange-toi à tout objectif. Au mot de s'élever, à travers la consécution de tous les jours. L'écriture de l'être est d'accord. D'accord pour être en désaccord est de cela. Alors que les étincelles s'envolent.
Hear it, a temple giving off thermal sounds and words in non-contemplative crosstalk, from which catchphrases overphrased have written to the point of untilos, rusto, and to catch sight of our odors, the yclept musk, ambergris, decay, intimate, reunion of a skeptical sort with greenish greens, tastes wood, the wood's ensemble evocative.